So, at Meet Greatness, who do we have today? The great personality. She's fun, she's exciting, always engaged and involved, leads by example, great mother, a loving wife, a good friend, and a passionate educator. Please welcome Miss Sanchita Verma, all the way from Oman. Indian school, Sohar. So, this is none other than our lovely lady Sanchita Verma, all the way from Oman. Thank you very much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and being here today. How are you, ma'am? How do you feel today?
Thank you so much for having me today with you. And I'm good, doing great,
That's
feeling
great,
good.
ma'am. You know that I've heard about you about 3 years back, and then there is a lovely lady in Oman. She was a prince. She's a principal. I love her. I miss her, and all that great things I've heard about you. And I was thinking, okay, maybe just like my mentor. So I was really looking forward to meet you. I never thought that I will be getting this opportunity. Thank you very much, ma'am, for addressing us and accepting our invitation. Ma'am, who are you as a person? I really want to know your opinion about yourself. What means to you?
Zuena, I think this is a very, very difficult question. I think people are still seeking answers to know who they are really. Isn't it? So,
True.
so isn't it? But if you ask me how I feel about myself, I feel I'm very, very ordinary person. I feel very ordinary about myself. And that's the truth, and it comes from my heart.
But ma'am, your glory, your affections, your words, your work, it has run across countries, ma'am. It has reached all over. A lot of people speak so well about you, so good, so much goodness. Being in a position and to get that name is something really beautiful, ma'am. That means you're doing so many things which is perfect and beautiful, which we all can learn. Because a lot of people have in their mentality that you have to be rough and tough when you're in a position. You cannot be a friend. You cannot be cool and calm. How do you maintain this, man?
Actually, I think right from the beginning, I'm a people's person. Okay, and I try to empathize with them. And as far as the staff is concerned, I never forget that I'm a teacher first. And I know the kind of work they are doing and home work life balance, which has totally gone for a toss for the teachers. Before it was thought that it's a half day job. You go back from school, catch up with your lunch, sleep nicely, wake up in the evening, and then it's your day. But now teachers have to take so much work home. I mean, probably sometimes not able to take care of their families. Similar with the children and parents, I try to get into their shoes to understand their situation and not having just an administrator's perspective about things.
How do you
Probably that
balance the
helps.
work, ma'am? How do you balance the like, how do you help them to balance the work and the home?
See, many times, no, I'll if there is some work which they are required to do after school hours, then in the team, I would always ask team members to balance themselves, that you understand which team member has a problem or has a small baby, or maybe some visitors at home or some function at home. So can you do it? So then what happens? People own up, people help. We should not think, we cannot start with the notion, no, it's your work, you have to do, I don't know how you do it. And then the people are under high stress, and then their performance is getting affected. So what happens, that brings lot of collaboration among team members also. And next time, other lady or other person, they are ready to take up, yeah, that day, that time you were in trouble, so now it's my turn to do things.
Wow. So you have you don't you have the just not stop being empathizing at your point. You have extended that empathy towards your team members also, so that they can
Yes.
follow it as well.
Follow
Wow,
it.
that's
Yes.
amazing. So this is what sets you different from everybody else, and this is why your legacy will keep going, I think.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's so nice to hear. It's refreshing, and actually, I feel a lot of weight lifting on my show from away from my shoulder by listening to what you just said, ma'am. It really means a lot. It affects us a lot as teachers. Then, ma'am, um, how was your childhood? How are you? I have seen your photos in the intro as well. Everybody else can see. You are so funny. You mingle around with everybody, and still you hold that pride in you. You can walk with the kings and the smaller crowd in the same time. I feel by looking at you and whatever I heard from your staff. How do you manage this, ma'am? How I think it affects from your childhood. It's something which brings from your childhood. How does it?
See, I had a lovely childhood. Okay, I had a lovely childhood, but and I probably it was because of my parents that everything was taken very, very positively. My dad was in administrative services. Every 3 years we were transferred, right? And sometimes big places, sometimes so small district places. So when I think I changed 8, 9, 10 schools. So you and all types of schools, all types of schools. So when we used to change the school, you go as a timid newcomer, people don't know you. Next year you develop friendships and teachers start knowing you. Then you get opportunity, you establish yourself in debates, reclamations, this, that. And third year it is time for you to move. And then you go, and then you again work how you establish yourself in the new environment. So, but I feel that gave me a lot of smartness. And one big thing was adaptability and ability to make new friends. I had no other way. So rather than sulking over it or telling the parents, I don't want to change the school now, when I'm holding this position, and when parents come to me and they say, ma'am, now my job is transferred to this place, or I want to go back to India, and children are just not settling in. But we as children thought this is the way of the life. So that gave me a lot of adaptability.
Wow.
And to friends with new children. Other than that, everywhere I had to struggle and establish myself. If I wanted to participate, I wanted teachers should know me and all that.
There was a struggle, even though you have taken everything is positive. It wasn't
Actually,
easy,
I never,
but you accomplished.
yeah, I never thought that it. I thought this is a way of life.
Mm.
Other than, I thought it's a way of life, and we accepted it very positively. We never thought that why my father can't do it, why can't he uh, put us up in some other place, and we can be have steady education and whatever. And my mother, she always told us, read, 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 and read. And note, with no TV and no mobile phones, probably reading gave us that power of imagination, because when you read, you imagine what is the story and how the scene should be. That when then you can see the library at home, the love of reading.
I can see that.
So we read a lot, we played a lot.
That's great, ma'am. That's really great. So that's how your childhood was. Okay. So you learned adaptability and to make new friends. So basically, it helped you with the socializing, and it also, I think, gave you the ability to empathize as well, because you knew what your situation was,
Yes,
and then
correct.
you adapted. So you give the same opportunity to everybody. You look at everyone in the same eye. That's great. That's really great, ma'am. Do you think that see, we didn't walk through your shoes, right? So do you think that we other people are able to adapt these qualities in ourselves as well without having the experiences?
I feel that when you go into a new situation, you should see how it is, and yes, even if you can learn by examples. Even if you have not experienced, you can learn by examples.
That is so true, ma'am. That is one main reason, ma'am, the reason to have this Meet Greatness program, so that we all cannot afford to do all the mistakes, right? And even to experience, even the experiences. So when we learn from your experience and your faults, your achievements, then we also get an opportunity. Oh, someday when we come into that situation, what did Miss Sanchita Verma say at that point? He has faced the similar situation. This is the reason we have this Meet Greatness program, ma'am. So thank you very much for adding that insight. These small things, which is very simple. Like you said, you look at yourself as a very normal average person,
No,
but we all look up to you. You're a role model for all of us.
thank you so much.
And ma'am, these little things which is normal for you, we would love to accept and inculcate in our lives as well. So ma'am, if you can change one thing in this entire world, what would it be?
See, whenever we talk about changing one thing in the world, people talk about big things, probably poverty or health. Right now, probably everybody has COVID in mind. That is one thing which COVID situation.
Definitely.
Eliminate the virus.
So that's what you also have in your mind, ma'am? The COVID situation. You just want to
COVID
eliminate it
situation, yes.
as much as possible. That is true, ma'am. So ma'am, as a teacher, how was your journey was like? How was your journey like, ma'am? From a student to...
See, as far as teaching is concerned, it was my father who wanted me to become a teacher. And I asked him, why do you want me to become a teacher? So he said, teachers are always among young people. So you will always have their enthusiasm, and you are never going to get old.
I agree with him. 100%.
So,
looking at you.
He said so, but I started my journey as a college teacher. So I got selected by UGC and I started teaching in a college, and I taught for 2-3 years, and then my husband was transferred. So unfortunately I had to resign, leave. Lucky again to enter into UGC, again getting into college, another 2-3 years, again I had to leave. So 8.5 years I taught graduate classes. After that, I was not the type to sit at home. Then I was exploring what to do. And when I had taken my daughter for admission, the principal offered me a job, and I was never into a school system. So I said, let me think how it is going to work. I know nothing. So I contemplated and joined. And after that, I did my BH because I understood one factor, that it's far easier to get into a school rather than a college. And those times there were no private colleges. Now private colleges have mushroomed and you can get into. So that is how I switched over to school. And in comparison, I saw that school teaching involves lot of responsibility, lot of accountability. And in college, you get an adult to teach. Whereas in school, you get probably a child or a preteen or a teenager.
The molding
So
stage.
it's lot about social emotional teaching also, other than your subject. In college, probably teachers, lecturers, professors are more focused on subjects. Whereas here we have to consider so many other aspects for children as well. So that was the difference I felt. And so started my journey as a school teacher.
Wow. Ma'am, all this happened in India or is it in Oman? How did it happen?
No, it happened in India. And in India also, I have taught in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan,
Wow.
Delhi, wherever my
Amazing.
husband's job took him.
So you studied in different places and you worked in different places. Life
Yes,
has been a
correct,
travel. That's
Yes,
amazing.
correct.
So how did you end up in Oman, ma'am?
Actually, this was just an ad. So I thought let me see how is the life in other countries. How are the schools? So just for an experience, I applied
Oh wow.
and I got it.
Amazing.
So just for an experience. I never thought much.
Mhm. When you really deserve it, ma'am, I think God puts you in the right places as well. I think definitely because you have that passion and yeah, it just keeps taking us to the right places all the time. And it's about accepting and the passion which drives us, I think. So, how were your goals, ma'am? Do you had any, like apart from being a teacher, like you said, from a small days? And apart from that, did you have any goals and how do you plan towards it, ma'am? Or you're a
Actually,
person who
see,
gets it as it goes?
I take life as it comes every day.
Wow.
Okay, and sometimes what happens, you have to plan. Not that you will not plan anything, isn't it? You have to have some basic planning. But I never kept principalship as a goal. It happened.
That is because the potentials, I think, ma'am, right?
I would put it rather than it was more about working, because while I was teaching in school, I gathered work experience in every department of the school. Every department, examination, academic coordinator, head of the department, like that. And then even if it was subject teaching, so I taught science, I taught biology, I taught biotechnology. And even one time in one school, the physical education teacher was not there. So whatever chapters were related to biology, time being, I taught that also.
Wow.
So it was more about gathering experience. So I didn't know that now I'm in CBSE. CBSE also, there is a department in the school which deals with all CBSE affiliations and other things. So I had probably gathered sufficient experience that when I applied, I easily got into it.
Amazing.
Very, very
amazing.
easily.
That's really nice because you covered all the aspects.
Yes,
Really
yes.
great, ma'am.
Without
Ma'am?
even knowing,
Uh-huh.
without even knowing or understanding.
That's really nice, ma'am. So overall, what are the best practices help you climb up the ladders, ma'am? Apart from this empathy, and we have already discussed about the empathy and things like that. socializing, being a people person, what are the other best practices which you have gathered up while you're climbing your ladder of achievements?
I feel it is love for children. I really love children, and whatever I do it from the perspective of the students, not to keep them happy, but will it really benefit them? And ultimately, when it benefits the students, everybody is happy. So once we were discussing something, can we do it for the students? And somebody commented, maybe some supervisor or someone commented, oh, by this parents will be very happy. So I said, no, do good for children. And then let parents feel happy. Do not start anything with that, yeah, it will make parents happy. For if students are benefited, parents will be automatically happy as a byproduct.
Wow. This
So
is
it
your
should not, we should not think who will be happy, who will not be happy, but are we doing good for the students? One is this, and secondly, understanding about the students. So we say 21st century learners. So are we 21st century educators, or we have very rigid mindset, and for everything we go on saying, my gosh, I didn't do it. My God, I have not done it. And in every time we are saying, Hamara time mein. So to understand that time has really, really changed. So probably love and understanding for students.
Wow, adaptability with the era also, the changing world.
Yes.
That's really nice, ma'am.
Some saying is there, do not make children learn the way you have done it, because probably they are born in another time.
That is so true, ma'am. And we like a lot of schools, they like to, just generally speaking, a lot of schools, they like to go with the system which is working. They don't want to try adapt new things, and
Yes.
because it's safe, stay in the safer zone. People are okay, parents are ready, they don't know much, whatever they say it goes, things like that, very laid back. But it seems like you like to give them what is updated and upgraded educational system.
See, before when I came to Oman, especially to Indian schools, Sohar, I studied that what are the things which require change. Okay, what are the immediate changes which are required? So I thought, I'm not here for any revolution. People have to accept. And scientifically, I studied change management. And change management was also a part of curriculum when I attended one principals conference at Indian Institute of Management at Ahmedabad. So they also teach you how to scientifically bring about change, which should be accepted by all the stakeholders in education.
Wow. So this is a new thing which I really wanted to know about, and thank you very much for this extra knowledge, ma'am.
So you cannot be stereotypical. You have to innovate.
That's so true. That's so true. And okay, change management. I'm definitely going to check on that and I keep that into my curriculum as well. Ma'am, so we listeners, we learners, within this few 10 to 12 minutes, we have gathered tiny details which is so important to you, which have benefited you in your life, and the humbleness which goes without saying, because which I see, and obviously the listeners are also, the viewers are also seeing from you. And your thought process is so beautiful, ma'am. The way you think, that where you put child first, their happiness first. It's not just the education, also the child's happiness first. That is your concern. So I think when I heard about you, I was thinking, what do I want to learn from this ma'am Sanchita Verma? I was thinking, okay. So when I heard from the videos from your teachers, and when I heard to some other people as well, I heard that you are so close to the staff, not just the children. You're very close to the staff as well. And how do you manage that? How did you think of that concept, ma'am? What triggered you?
Actually, sometimes we are meeting with the staff in little casually. a little casually, some informal conversations. And then when we are in Oman, we are the family. We are the family.
Very true.
So if time is good, then everything is good. If time is turbulent, then we are only going to help each other.
That is so true.
Zoena, now I want to ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am. Just don't mind me. I'm just getting emotional listening to what you're saying. Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. During your school time, you must have read enough lessons in Hindi, English, and maths and science. Okay, do you remember any question? Do you remember some question answers which you wrote in your notebook and teacher gave you good or something? No, but I'm sure you remember some experience with your teacher.
Definitely, ma'am.
Isn't it good also, bad also? Maybe sometimes teacher scolded you for wrong reasons, or sometimes they appreciated, or they took you on a trip. So I feel school life is more about experiences rather than cramming and learning. And one lesson, if you have not done, will not harm anyone. Nobody remembers. But one life skill done, some sympathy, empathy shown towards the students, it goes long way. And that is so true for us also, isn't it?
Very true, ma'am. Very true. So, ma'am, okay. So, you just got me out of it. Now I'm lost for words for once. Okay, ma'am. A nice message for our listeners and viewers, ma'am. What would you say? You have already given a whole lot. It's so unfair of me to ask but I really want to, because I want to learn more from you. Is there anything, one message which you want to leave us with?
So my one big message for all the educators. So we often talk about our experience, 10 years, 20 years. So do you really have the 20 years of experience, or you just have 1 year of experience? You are repeating yourself 19 times to say that I have experience of 20 years. Right?
Good
So
point.
when you say, so do not be complacent. Do not be complacent. Always believe best is yet to be.
Wow, yes. Totally. That is so right, ma'am. That is so true. And definitely, best is yet to be. And according to what you're saying, okay, so the first year, 1 year experience, we get it. And instead of repeating it, we can change. Is that what you mean? We can. The second year, how differently can we do it? How effective can we be it? We have to analyze and evaluate ourselves so that we can adapt one more change into this year. And similarly to grow up, right?
Yeah, we have to add, delete, edit, modify.
Wow, great. Touch up basically and fix yourself. Amazing lesson, amazing message throughout the session, ma'am. Thank you very much for being here today. And Meet Greatness has never been this lively. Ma'am, thank you so much for being here. So, ma'am Sanchita Verma signing off from Meet the Greatness. Rock Zvi style. Thank you very much. Adios, amigos. See you all with another episode with one more greatness added to our list. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Why to hear it only from ma'am, right? Let's hear it from the experienced people around her. Let's see who had the benefit of knowing this wonderful lady. Hear it from them.
I am Indira Sukumaran, working in Indian School Sohar as a supervisor and PGT Mathematics. I am so proud and privileged to work under the leadership of our principal, Mrs. Sanchita Verma. She is not only a very professional and successful person, but also a very humble and amazing human. I am associated with her for last 8 years and have witnessed the total change brought up in our school, Indian School Sohar, from school results to all-round development of our school. She is very creative person and always thinks of innovative approaches to tackle any situation. A true leader creates more leader. This quote is very apt for our principal, ma'am. She helps and motivates all of us to be leaders. She is very supportive and guides everybody who approaches her with whether teacher, student, parent or any other stakeholder. I am blessed to be associated with ma'am. She is a mentor for me in more than one way. She has always encouraged me to take up challenges in a positive way and guided me throughout. I wish ma'am all the very best always. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Gauri Gadgil, Supervisor for KG to 2 Indian School Sohar. It's my great honor and pleasure to say a few words about our principal. Foresightedness, dynamism, enthusiasm, effectiveness, passion to work are some of the qualities of a good leader, and I see all these in one person, Mrs. Sanchita Verma, our beloved principal. She is immensely talented, creative, supportive, energetic, fearless, tech savvy, and a wonderful person to work with. Indian School Sohar has flourished under her able leadership, and I am extremely proud to be a member of her team. Thank you for everything, ma'am. Looking forward to work for many more glorious years under your guidance. Thank you once again.
मैंने इंडियन स्कूल सोहार में 8 साल काम किया है और प्रिंसिपल मैम के बारे में जितना भी बोलूँ उतना कम है। प्रिंसिपल मैम के पास तो ज्ञान का भंडार है। मैंने जितना भी समय उनके साथ काम किया मुझे हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिला। मैम हमेशा स्कूल, टीचर और बच्चों के हित में ही निर्णय लेती है। मैम के बारे में कुछ भी बोलना सागर को गागर में समाने के समान है। मैम मैं हमेशा आपके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करती हूँ।
A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Our principal, Mrs. Sanchita Verma, is a leader who leads from the front and leads by example. She is an inspiration to all the teachers and the staff of ISS. She has a vibrant personality and she is a woman of strong character. Her determination and dedication to do better for the school and for children is what makes her so unique. I feel proud to work under her guidance. Thank you so much, ma'am, for always supporting and motivating us. Thank you.
Madam Principal, you are a powerhouse of energy. Especially during this pandemic, you have been working 24/7. During this difficult time, your efforts, support and guidance has led the team ISS sail safely and smoothly. You are a great source of inspiration to all of us. You made it happen. Ma'am, this is for you.